When you see autumn leaves piling up in your yard, it's tempting to just think of them as waste to rake up and throw away. But here's the thing, those same leaves can be one of the most powerful, cost-free fertilizers you'll ever use in your garden, if you know the right way to handle them. Used correctly, leaves transform into what many gardeners call black gold, a rich soil builder that feeds microbes, retains moisture, and protects roots. But if you use them the wrong way, leaves can actually harm your plants, suffocate your soil, and create pest and disease problems that undo all your hard work. Today, let's dive deep into how to use leaves in your garden, and just as importantly, the dangers of using them incorrectly. Why leaves are garden gold? Leaves are nature's way of recycling nutrients. Every year, trees pull up minerals and micronutrients from deep within the soil, store them in their leaves, and then release them back when the leaves drop. When those leaves break down, they become humus, rich organic matter that's essential for soil life. They add structure to sandy soils, loosen up heavy clay soils, and provide food for earthworms and microbes. Simply put, leaves are free fertilizer that can replace expensive compost or mulch if used properly. The right way to use leaves as mulch. The simplest method is to use shredded leaves as a mulch layer. When leaves are shredded into small pieces, they create a fluffy, breathable layer that protects your soil. Spread them 2 to 3 inches thick around the base of plants, and they'll act like a blanket, keeping soil cool in summer, insulating roots in winter, and locking in precious moisture. The shredding is important because whole leaves, especially from trees like oak or maple, can mat down into a dense, soggy layer. Here's where things go wrong. If you dump a pile of whole, unshredded leaves straight onto your garden beds, they'll quickly mat together. Rain compresses them, wind shifts them, and before you know it, you've got a slimy, impenetrable carpet. This not only blocks oxygen and water from reaching the soil, but it also creates the perfect hiding place for pests like slugs, snails, and even overwintering insect eggs. Whole leaves can also harbor fungal spores that spread diseases if they're left too close to your plants. What started as a free fertilizer suddenly becomes a pest and disease factory. Another powerful way to use leaves is in compost. But again, there's a right way and a wrong way. Leaves are considered a brown material in composting, meaning they're high in carbon. If you compost nothing but leaves, they'll take forever to break down and may end up forming that same dense mat. To avoid this, balance your leaves with greens like grass clippings, kitchen scraps, or manure. A good ratio is 3 parts shredded leaves to 1 part greens. This balance keeps the compost pile hot, speeds up decomposition, and ensures you're left with rich, crumbly compost instead of half-rotted leaf mats. One of the biggest dangers of misusing leaves is spreading disease. If you've ever had powdery mildew on your squash, black spot on your roses, or rust on your fruit trees, those spores can live on fallen leaves. Adding diseased leaves straight to your compost or mulching them around healthy plants can reintroduce the problem next year. The best solution is to either burn those diseased leaves, if it's permitted in your area, or dispose of them away from your garden. Healthy leaves only, that's the golden rule. Another mistake gardeners make is tilling large amounts of fresh leaves directly into the soil. Because leaves are high in carbon, they can temporarily tie up nitrogen as they break down, starving your plants of an essential nutrient. If you've ever seen yellowing or stunted growth after digging in fresh leaves, this is the reason. Instead of burying them raw, either compost them first or use them as surface mulch, where decomposition happens gradually without shocking your soil balance. The key takeaway is that leaves are an incredible resource, but they need a little preparation before you add them to your garden. Shredding, balancing with greens in compost, avoiding diseased materials, and never burying raw leaves are the golden rules. Treat them right, and they'll reward you with richer soil, stronger plants, and healthier harvests for free. Treat them wrong, and they can smother your garden, invite pests, and spread disease. So next time autumn rolls around and the leaves start falling, don't see them as waste to bag up. See them as a gift from nature, a slow-release fertilizer that can transform your soil. Just remember the dangers of using them incorrectly, and you'll turn what others throw away into your garden's secret weapon. And before you go, if you found this guide helpful, make sure you subscribe to Gentle Herb Living. Share this video with a friend who's still bagging their leaves and throwing them to the curb. They need to know what they're missing. Together, let's keep learning how to work with nature, not against it.